I don't need to upgrade this. They just don't work for me. It's hyped, and I just thought, well, maybe I do need that bag. And hello there, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I want to share with you the 10 luxury items that I will no longer buy. I recently put out a video sharing with you the 10 luxury items that I love and absolutely will continue to buy and I think are worth spending my money on and continuing to buy, and I said in that video that I would follow it up with another video of the 10 luxury items that I will no longer buy, and that's what I want to share with you today. Now, I've put this video out before, I think about a year ago, and a lot of that is still highly relevant, but I want to share with you 10 other things today, or 10 other categories that I will no longer buy, that I no longer think are worth spending my money on. Or if you were considering any of these, I think you should maybe just think about or listen to this before you decide whether or not to spend your money on it. Now, in the last video, I talked about a lot of items, and I have my notes here. I talked about a lot of areas in the last video that are still really relevant for me and that I won't buy, and I'm not going to go through those in the list of 10, but just by quick recap, there are designer makeups, designer skincare, designer body gels. I still don't buy any of that. I stick to Dermalogica, which works for my skin. I stick to my own makeup. I don't now go around to just buy all the different designer pretty packaging that I used to do. I no longer buy those, and that does save quite a lot of money. And another one that I said in that video is that I would no longer buy the Christian Louboutin 120mm heels or very high and uncomfortable shoes and heels, and that's something that I still won't buy. And that brings me, before we get into the other 10 items that I won't buy, to the sponsor of this part of today's video, and I want to thank Vivaia for sponsoring this part of today's video. Vivaia are a company that make fashionable and comfortable footwear, but in a sustainable way. Their shoes are very functional, they're very comfortable, but they're also, I think, really quite trendy. I have been wearing these ones. This is a pair of their pumps that has a leopard print on the top of it, and you can see the wear on mine already because I've been wearing these to work, and I have been wearing these pretty much all day without any issue in respect of the comfort, and I think these are fabulous. These come in a number of colours with a number of different animals printed across them, and I have been wearing these quite a lot. I've been wearing them to work, as I say, but I've also been wearing them casually, and I have found them to be very comfortable. They are padded in the insole. I've worn them all day without any issue, and they're very soft and comfortable to work in. But one of the reasons why I decided to accept this collab with Vivaia and work with them, I looked at their policies and the ethos behind the company, and what stood out to me is they are very sustainable, and every pair of their footwear is made from at least 6 recycled plastic bottles. Now, what they wouldn't have known about me whenever they first approached me is that I am very lucky through my company to be able to sponsor a number of charities, and one of the charities that I sponsor is the Great Ocean Cleanup. And what the Great Ocean Cleanup is, it is a charity that is creating technology to try and clear the garbage pathway that's in the ocean. So whenever a company approached me, that the ethos behind their sustainability is to remove plastic from both the land but also from the ocean to create their footwear, and all of this footwear is created from recycled plastic, that really struck at my heart with the ethos of why I support the Great Ocean Cleanup. They're trying to clear the ocean, and Vivaia, through their sustainability and how they create their footwear, are also trying to clear the ocean and clear the land from the recycled plastics. It's trying to do something to give a bit back, to try and look after our planet and the animals and the ocean, and Vivaia very much support that by being 100% sustainable. They have developed technology, 3D technology, to work along with their processes, make their footwear not only design-led, not only comfortable, not only very functional, but also completely and utterly waste-free. It is 100% waste-free. Their technology designs this footwear and makes this knitted footwear in a way that there is absolutely no waste created. You will receive their shoes in a box like this that says "Step into Conscious Comfort," and it does tell you on here that every pair of their shoes is made from at least 6 recycled plastic water bottles, preventing them from breaking into millions of microplastics and harming marine life. They also have a range of designs to suit basically everybody's style, I would have thought. They have a 15% discount code which they have given me, which is Amelia15, and I will put on the screen. I'll leave a link for you to their website in the description box. I will also leave the discount code Amelia15 in the description box. Also offer 30 days free global returns and exchange, so you can shop with confidence. Anything that you're thinking about ordering but you're maybe just not that sure about, you can order, safe in the knowledge that if it doesn't work for you, you can return it within 30 days, free return for exchange, and just have that little bit of peace of mind. Now let me share with you the other pair that I got from them, and I'm so excited by these. I have them on now. I'm going on a date tomorrow with my husband for our 8-year wedding anniversary. I'm wearing them then. I already know what I'm wearing with them. I absolutely love them. I am excited about these showstoppers. Look at those. As I said, I am no longer, like I said in the last video, I am no longer buying uncomfortable shoes. I'm no longer buying uncomfortable heel heights. I'm no longer wearing shoes or buying shoes that I can't wear and enjoy myself while I'm wearing them. These, I think, are fabulous. These are the flat version of their over-the-knee boot. They are black. I went for the rounded toe. They also have designs coming in pointed toes and square toes. That's the same for all of their flats. Again, I went for the round toe and the flat, but you can pick whatever works for you. But I went for the round toe in black. They come in other colours, but I went for black so as I could wear them the most. It has a short block heel to give this 5'1" person a little bit of height, but comfort because it's not too high. And then it has this knitted sock leg that basically follows your leg and goes the whole way up, and it goes over your knee. I took this one off to show you on camera. I have the other one on, and I will show you this outfit, and I'll put in some other outfits as to how I have been wearing these, but I think they're fabulous. They go over my leg without difficulty. So comfortable, so fashionable. I love these. These I absolutely love. I don't need to have that other pair that was on my wish list anymore that is a huge amount of money and didn't fit up over my leg. Loved them, absolutely loved them. So I am going to have put in some footage already to show you me wearing these and the other pair with this outfit and a couple of other outfits that I've been putting them with, and I absolutely love them. As I say, I have a discount code Amelia15 which gives you 15% off these. I really say check them out because they're really comfortable, stylish, and just that sustainability gives them something else, I think. Check them out. I will leave their website linked in the description box. I will leave the Amelia15 discount code linked in the description box. And you can also check them out on Instagram. They have an Instagram page with a huge following. So do check them out, and thank you to Vivaia for sponsoring this part of today's video. So moving on from the uncomfortably high and generally uncomfortable footwear that I will no longer buy that was featured in my last video, number one on this video that I will no longer buy is the Chanel Classic Flap. And I'm saying that as someone who loves the Chanel Classic Flap. This bag is just now so expensive. It's about £7,000 for a medium classic flap, probably closer to £8,000 for a jumbo. It's just a huge amount of money for a bag that I think is difficult to wear if you don't get the chain length extended. For me, a lot of people will think the classic flap as it is perfect, but I found it difficult to wear. Now, I do have an unboxing coming at some point that is a Chanel bag, and it's one of the classics. It's been here for a while. I would buy things sometimes and keep them for a specific goal, and I bought it quite a while ago when I saw the Chanel prices going up and up and up, and I've kept it for that goal, so I've had it for some time. So you will see that coming, but at today's price, I won't buy another Chanel Classic Flap. They're just too much money. £7,000 for one of these, whenever I love the mini, which is nearly half the price, and I know they're hard to get, but for me, the mini works really, really well. It's easier to wear than this. This, I did get the chain extended to make it comfortable for me to wear. This is bigger, but it doesn't actually hold that much. I use this bag a lot to work, and don't get me wrong, I love the Chanel Classic Flap. So I am saying this as someone who really, really loves this bag. But for me now, with the cost of it, the price of it, I just won't buy another one. I do have a video on the 9 reasons why you shouldn't buy a Chanel Classic Flap. And if you're interested in a Chanel bag, I would check that video out before you consider buying it, because it will give you some more insights into the difficulties maybe with this bag. But for me, number one, definitely, I will not buy another Chanel Classic Flap at retail price. It's just too much money for what it is. Number two, and if you watched my 10 luxury items that I will buy again, you will know that I am a lover and a wearer of costume jewellery. So this is not about costume jewellery, but I will not buy any more Chanel brooches. And the reason being that I have 4. I went through a phase of being quite addicted to Chanel brooches, and it was particularly the resin versions like these. The versions that were just that little bit different, that little bit quirky, that little bit funky, that little bit colourful, all the things that draw to me. Amelia, buy us! And I love them. I just love the quirkiness, the colours of them. There is one that's like a sailor that I love. There's one that's a radio disc or a radio LP that I love. There's an orange and black one that I love. But as you can hear me talking, there's this one that I love, and there's this one that I love, and there's this one. I would buy them just to collect them. Not because I need all of those brooches to wear. I don't. I have 4. 4 is more than enough. but because I just like the quirky colours and the quirky features, I would get drawn in to just keeping on buying them, to collect them, to almost display them, to have all the colours. I don't need to do that. I don't need to buy any more of those right now. I am trying to be more intentional with my spending. I was on a spending freeze. I did quite well on that. I lasted the full 3 months on Ban Island. I am trying to be just that little bit more intentional. And that means that right now, I do not need any more Chanel brooches when I am collecting them for the quirkiness, the colour, the picture, whatever. Not really because I'm thinking, oh, I need that with that outfit and that would work and that would finish. None of that sensible talk. I just like them and want to collect them. So no more. Number 3 is re-release classics whenever I have the perfectly good first version. And the one that comes to mind is the Louis Vuitton toiletry. I have the Louis Vuitton toiletry. I'm lucky enough to have all 3. You can see mine's well used. Everywhere I go, this comes with me. This is a perfectly good version of the Louis Vuitton toiletry. When on holiday, I have used this as a clutch bag. I have taken this out with me. I know some people don't. I do. I've even taken it out with the stains still on it. I don't need to upgrade this. This for me is perfectly acceptable. It's a fabulous piece. I love it as a toiletry. I like it on holiday to take it as a clutch. I don't need the new one. So just because there is a new one of it released and I think it has leather here and I think it has card slots in it, I don't need to buy it, and I am stopping myself from buying it. Nothing wrong with this perfectly good version of the Louis Vuitton toiletry. I do not need to buy the re-released version as an upgrade. So I'm not doing it, and I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to you because they're pretty, but I don't need it, not doing it. Number 4 is brand specific SLGs. And what I mean by this is, it used to be if I that's a funny joke. If I wanted a new SLG, I would only look at Chanel or Louis Vuitton, and mostly, to be honest, Louis Vuitton. I really like Louis Vuitton's SLGs, but I've wised up. I do not need to be brand specific. Chanel SLGs are very, very expensive now. Louis Vuitton SLGs are becoming very, very expensive. I have enough of them, so I don't need to be sticking to Louis Vuitton. And what brought this to my mind was I had a look at one of the Louis Vuitton's where I'm not staying. I had a look at one of the YSL card holders, and it was the leather version in pebbled leather, and they come in very bright colours. Gwenny has a pink one that I want her to gift me because the colour's fab. It's really, really fab. And I think they're fabulous. When I looked at it, I was surprised how good it is. And then I also had a look at some of the Gucci little pouches, and it was the little Ophelia case that I think Minx for All has. And when I looked at that, I was also a little bit taken aback by how cool that was. And I realised then, whenever I decided to buy a new SLG, by sticking to Louis Vuitton and Chanel, I was missing out on a lot of these other designs that I wasn't even considering, that may actually have been also a lot more cost effective, because I just didn't go past the 2 main houses for me that I love. So I didn't even consider any of the other designs, which might have actually worked better because I was sticking to the brands, and I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to spread my horizons a bit, and I'm going to branch out, and I'm going to check out and have a look at other brands whenever I'm looking for some specific piece. That probably can carry on as well to handbags, because for a long time I didn't go past Louis Vuitton and Chanel really for handbags. I didn't really look at anything else, and I've now branched out a bit into Fendi. That's entirely down the deal. Thank you for that deal. And I have Prada, I have Gucci in there somewhere, I have Dior. So I have now Hermes. So I have now branched out a bit into other handbags. So I suppose I could extend that and say I also won't stick to brand specific handbags. It now doesn't have to be Louis Vuitton or Chanel. I have realised that there's a lot of other pretty out there, and there's a lot of other really good bags, good brands, could potentially be better prices, and I don't need to just stick to Chanel and Louis Vuitton. Number 5, and this one's going to be controversial. I will no longer buy a walk of any description. I will not buy a wallet on chain. Hello, my name is Amelia. I will no longer buy a wallet on chain. They just don't work for me. I much prefer mini bags. The walk, I know it can be very usable. I know that Dale uses hers a lot. For me, the strap on the Chanel one was too long, but you can always alter that. You can find a way around that. But also what you can put in them. You can put your cards in them. You can fit a little amount in them. I just prefer, for that type of outing, for what I would wear a walk with, for what I would be carrying, I prefer a mini bag. And I know the walk might be a bit more dressy. If you were wearing an outfit and you wanted a very slim bag, the walk could pass as a clutch maybe better, or a going out bag. I still prefer the mini. I am not going to go past probably something like the Petite Mal that I love and adore whenever it comes to a dressy event, so I don't need a walk. I had the walk in this houndstooth tweed, and I bought it because I couldn't find the 19 in it, and I did love it. I loved the little purse that hung from it, but I just didn't use the walk. I found the walk not very usable, didn't like the length, found it a bit restrictive inside, never used it once, and as soon as this came along, bought this. Should have known, don't buy the one you're settling for, stick to the one you really want. Should have known. I've preached that many times. Pity I don't listen. But for me, the walk just doesn't work. And I won't buy another walk, even if I saw a print or a fabric or a colour and I couldn't get it in the mini, say, or I couldn't get it in something else. I'm not going to buy it in the walk because I've learnt the walk just doesn't work for me. Number 6 is coffee table books like this one. Now, this has nothing to do with not loving these. I do love these. This is to do with having lots of them. I have these on all of my coffee tables. I have these on the console table when you come into my hallway. I have these in my dressing room. I have these over here. I have spare ones that for whenever the handbag room gets done upstairs. I have ones to sit on up there. I have Chanel ones. I have these ones here that the niece is sitting on. I really like them, but I don't need any more. I have enough of these. I probably have too many of these to even put around the house. But there's something attractive about them, and they're not a huge price point, and I like to buy them and I like them arriving, but I'm not buying any more because I've realised that I'm buying them and stocking them up in a pile and there's nowhere for them to go. Now I'm hoping when my office gets finished upstairs and the new room gets done upstairs that the ones that I have that are overspill, I will be able to place up there and they will all have nice little spots and look very, very well, and it'll be lovely. But apart from that, I don't need any more. That being said, if you don't have a huge amount of them, or if you're looking for a present for somebody that is a luxury lover and you're not, you know, insane and want to spend this sort of money, I think these are a fabulous idea. I think if you're looking to buy something for somebody that loves luxury and you want something that's in a semi-reasonable price point, these books are brilliant, because if somebody is a luxury lover, like myself, like most of us, they're going to love receiving one of these. Even if they don't have a coffee table, even if they have these books everywhere, they're going to love receiving one of these because it's just something about it. It just has the house in it. You can sit and flick through it with your cup of tea. There's just something about it that they're going to love this. So if you are looking for a present idea or something for yourself at a better price point, this is a really good place to go. I will try and see if I can find some of them to link down below. I do think they're fab. The only reason I'm not buying any more is because I've got so many SLGs, and I'm going to expand upon this point. I'm not buying any more SLGs. I have enough. In fact, I think I'm going to have a vlog sale coming. You guys on Instagram have asked me to do it as a vlog sale. If I am selling anything, I'm going to be selling the reverse one of those because I've never ever used it. I'm probably going to sell the Victorine wallet because I don't really use that. I have enough SLGs. I am going to stop just buying them, and I bought them because I like to buy things, and that's a confessional. I would go into Louis Vuitton, and if I didn't see anything else, I would want to bring something, and that's not a good way to shop, not a good way to spend your money. But I would want to buy something, so I'd buy an SLG, and I ended up with lots of them, and you don't need that many. Now, the only caveat I'm going to say to that is whenever the Christmas edition comes out or the limited edition prints come out, if there is one that I absolutely love the print of, I'm not going to deprive myself, because I will drive myself nuts trying to find it, like I did with the Paris print from 1920 collection. So that is a caveat to that. But generally, for everyday use, I am not buying any more SLGs. I am not just going to be buying them anymore for the sake of it. Number 8, I am not going to buy any more casual Louis Vuitton monogram bags. I've learnt the hard way. I have this one, which is the multi-pochette accessoire. As you know, I have 2 small boys, I have 4 dogs, I have a busy lifestyle. This gets used a lot by me as a grab and go bag, throw things in. This goes to the park, this goes dog walking, this goes to the shop, this goes to the groceries. It's used as a very casual everyday bag. But I used to have this and the Nano Speedy and the Palm Springs Mini, and I now don't have those 2. And what that taught me is I don't need a selection of these. I don't need a selection of casual Louis Vuitton monogram bags that I would all use in the same way, because all of those I would have used for the same function, and I kept reaching for this one. So I don't need to have lots of them. Now, I do have other monogram Louis Vuitton bags. I have this one, which I love. I don't class that as a casual Louis Vuitton monogram bag. I have my Sweetheart here. I don't class that as a casual Louis Vuitton monogram bag. But the type of bag like this, like the Nano Speedy, like the Palm Springs Mini, those type of casual grab and go bags, I don't need anymore. This is the one I keep going to. Sold the other two because I didn't use them, and I'm not going to buy any more of them. Number 9, I am not going to buy any more bags that I am only buying because I'm caught up in the hype. And I'm thinking specifically of the 21p Caramel Mini that I had and I don't have anymore, and the Nano Speedy that I had and I don't have anymore. Both of those bags, if I'm honest, I bought because I got caught up in the hype. The Nano Speedy, I remember initially seeing it and thinking, no, I don't want that. Then I saw it all over social media. Then I was like, oh, I have to have that bag. And it's not that often that I get really caught up in the hype because I have a very particular taste in bags. I like things that are very bright. I like things that are in your face. I like things that are patterned. So a lot of the bags that I will go for are not the bags that other people are going for. So I'm generally not that susceptible to buying bags just because of the hype, but it can happen to us all, and it happened to me. I bought the Nano Speedy because it was hyped, and I just thought, well, maybe I do need that bag, and maybe that I hardly wear that bag, and sold it. It just, stop buying for the hype. The 21p Caramel Mini, that bag I was lucky enough to get through a friend of mine, and I bought it, and I'm going to be honest, I bought it because the colour was really, really hyped, and it was like the next it colour from Chanel, and I thought, yes, yes, yes. And I don't wear neutral bags very much. I don't really wear caramelly, browny, neutral bags. I like in your face. The neutral for me is either monogram or black. I don't even wear that many black bags. I like colour. But when that came out and it was very hyped and the colour was fabulous and it was everywhere and everybody wanted it and the colour was, you know, the next best colour, I had to have it. And I'm going to try very, very hard to talk myself off the ledge and not buy bags just because they're hyped and just because I get caught up in it. And before I know it, I've bought it and then it sits in there and I hardly use it. Number 10, and this is something that I touched upon the last time I did this video, and it is things for my fantasy life. Things that I see, clothes, shoes, bags that I love, but I'm really going to struggle to fit into my actual everyday life. And a part of the problem with this for me is I am very, very impulsive. I am ridiculously impulsive. I opened a business on impulse. I'm very impulsive. These come to mind. These Nikes. I love these. Nothing about these trainers. Absolutely love them. And as you can see, like, I have worn them, but I struggle to fit this colour into my wardrobe. Now I have orange bags and I can work the bags into my wardrobe and outfits much, much easier than I can these trainers. I really struggle to work these into my wardrobe to wear them. And they've been worn actually not very much for that reason. I wear trainers a lot, but I struggle to fit this colour in. There was a pair of boots I showed the last time I did this video, the teal knee-high boots in the mock croc knee-high boots, teal colour, which I was committed to wearing and I still haven't worn. Now I'm still committed to wearing, but I still haven't worn them. And I bought them because in my mind, I could see what I would wear. I could see where I was going. But I never did that. It wasn't a life that I actually live. I have other pieces of clothing that I've bought for that reason. I have other handbags that I've bought thinking, oh, I could wear this for certain occasions, and I haven't. There are other handbags that I've pulled myself back and haven't bought. One of them is the Bottega pouch with the big chunky chain. I love that because I love the chunky chain and I love the bright colours it comes in. But it's very expensive and I'm buying that for something that I envisage myself doing or going to, but I don't actually do. I don't actually know when I would wear that because I don't have an influencer fashion week lifestyle. And that's where I see using that bag, and I see using that bag strutting somewhere that I don't go. And I also like the padded cassette clutch from them. I don't know where I would use that either. I also like the Bulgari, is that how you say that? The serpentine bags with the snake handle. I don't know where I would use that. So I am trying very, very hard to stop buying things that I see on impulse and I love and I can picture in my head an idea or a place to wear or use, but it's not something I actually do in my lifestyle, and it's a fantasy life. and I'm trying to pull back and not buy those anymore because I've wasted some silly money doing things like that. So that is number 10 on my list of confessionals of things that I am no longer going to do. I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you have enjoyed seeing the outfits put together with the Vivaia shoes. Thank you to them for sponsoring that part of the video. And just remember, I will leave the discount code in the description box if you are interested in any. Do use that code because you'll get 15% off. It is Amelia15, and do click down through the link down below because it will take you through, and I think the discount then gets allocated to you whenever you use the code. So do check them out, and thank you again for them to sponsoring that part of the video. I hope this has been entertaining. I hope it's been useful. I hope also talking through some of the things that I won't buy anymore will give you a bit of insight into things that might be a waste of your money and might not be worth your money. If this has been enjoyable, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do consider subscribing. Thank you so much for being here. Please take care, and I will see you again in the next video.